Hello, Colas. Welcome back to Viva Barça and welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on some interesting updates. We start with Frenkie de Jong, as it has been reported that Barcelona are looking to buy a midfielder during the January transfer window, which makes Frenkie de Jong's future look so uncertain at the moment. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Then to conclude this episode, talking about Bayern Munich winger Leroy Sané, as it has been reported that he is expected to miss Barcelona clash in the Champions League due to a hamstring injury. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, before we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. Barcelona's poor performance against Real Madrid in the El Clasico this past weekend is set to bring about major changes within the dynamic of the squad, with even Xavi Hernandez facing immense pressure. According to Mundo Deportivo, the club are preparing to reinforce their ranks in the upcoming January transfer window, and one of their priorities is to sign a new central defensive midfielder. A lot has been made about Sergio Busquets and his poor form recently. The midfielder was one of the worst performers in Barca's draw against Inter Milan. The veteran did not do much against Real Madrid either, notably getting outplayed by his Real Madrid counterparts in Toni Kroos and Luka Modric. Busquets' fall from grace has now convinced Barcelona to join the hunt for a new defensive midfielder in January. The club had been linked with moves for players such as Martin Zubimendi and Ruben Neves in the past. Someone like Neves may even turn out to be a viable option given Wolverhampton Wanderers' poor start of this campaign. However, the report does suggest that Barcelona are aware of the quality possessed by Frenkie de Jong and Frenkie. They know both of these players are in positions to replace Busquets, especially if the club fail to find any new defensive midfielders in January. While Kessie has struggled to find prominence within the Barca camp this season, de Jong has recently offered his thoughts about his role in the team, suggesting that it is up to the club to decide what the Dutchman is best suited for in the team. It remains a possibility that Frenkie de Jong could be offloaded in January itself in an attempt to fund new players in the market, but whether or not the former Ajax man attracts any new suitors in the winter transfer market remains to be seen. Frenkie de Jong's future continues to look very uncertain, and I don't think it's the best idea to get rid of him in January. I think Frenkie de Jong has been playing so well whenever given the chance by Xavi, but it seems as though the manager don't care about that much. Busquets have always been his top priority in the lineup. And, fortunately, I think Busquets is trying to show why he shouldn't be a starter by the performances we have been seeing from the club captain lately. If Xavi will really realize that it's high time Busquets start benching, then the better. But I'm not seeing it anytime soon. So there have been a lot of reports recently claiming that Barcelona want to make use of the January transfer window. And it's kind of strange, to be honest. It's strange because just recently, not so long ago, when the summer transfer window was still going on, Barca had to strengthen multiple areas of the field of the team. But it seems as though just this 1 week of turmoil or bad results, Laporta and his board are looking at the January transfer window as an opportunity to further strengthen the squad. And now, Frenkie de Jong's name continued to appear on transfer rumors because the fact that Frenkie de Jong, first of all, is one of the most valuable players that we have in the squad currently. And Frenkie de Jong is, he has that market value. If he's being sold, Barca know very well that they will bring some handsome amount of cash in the club's coffers, which will enable them to sign the players that they want to sign easily. Because right now, there's no guarantee that Barca will enter the January transfer window to sign key players when I don't think there's any money now, because we did activate a lot of economic levers in the summer transfer window just to fund some transfers. So it is up to the board to see what they will do. But in my own opinion, as a Barca fan, Frenkie de Jong is doing well, and I don't see the reason why Laporta and his board want to force him out by all means. I think it would be so unfortunate that despite his hard work, everything, especially this season where I'm seeing a Frankie de Jong that wants to make an impact, whenever Xavi calls upon him to play, just to ensure that Xavi can trust in him one more time. But it seems as though it's not working. And the fact that Busquets leaving Barcelona is so likely at the end of the season when his contract comes to an end. Barca are still out there looking for DMs in Europe. Even Zubimendi was the most talked about, but unfortunately for Barca, Martin Zubimendi did extend his contract with Real Sociedad 2 days ago, and Ruben Neves is also an unlikely option. But it seems as though Barca don't care about the Frenkie de Jong or the Frankies here in the team. They want to go ahead to look for another option for which they perceive as the Busquets style of player who will come and replace Busquets in the lineup, which means that even if Busquets leave and Barca succeed to get what they want when it comes to replacing Busquets in the team, then it definitely means that Frenkie de Jong and Frankie say still have no way to go. They have nothing. Except Barca sack the manager, then maybe a new manager can make use of those two. But right now, we know that Xavi is not under pressure. He might be under pressure despite the because of the poor matches, poor performances, poor results lately. But we all know Laporta still has 100% trust in him. Then on to the next story of discussion. Off the back of the 3-1 defeat to Real Madrid in the El Clasico, Barcelona will be keen to return to winning ways with upcoming battles against Villarreal and Athletic Bilbao. A side of Barcelona's quality are expected to get 3 points in both matches. The real test awaits the side next Thursday as Bayern Munich will travel to Spotify Camp Nou as Barca's Champions League hopes hang by a thread. It is mandatory for the host to defeat the German champions for starters to have any shot of progressing to the last 16 of the competition. To make life slightly easier for Barcelona, it has been revealed that a key player for Bayern will not be in contention to participate in the game. According to the latest information provided by Bill, Leroy Sané's hamstring injury has meant that he will be unavailable for selection against Barcelona, with the former Manchester City winger being one of Bayern's most informed players so far this season. His absence could prove to be a boon for Xavi's side. Sané has an impressive 10 goals and 4 assists in all competitions, as his displays have put him in contention among the best performing forwards in Europe in the 2022-23 campaign. Even in the previous meeting between both clubs, the German international was a thorn in the Spanish club side as he janked past a series of defenders to score an excellent solo goal. As Barcelona entered the crunch tie as underdogs, the absence of a player of Leroy Sané's quality can only be welcome news by Barca. The key for the La Liga heavyweight is to take advantage of Bayern's loss and try to get an unlikely victory at home. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time. Bye bye.